Now, Con, you've been there 999 times.
909 times, Ollie.
And today is?
Today is the 1000th. Thank heavens for having the health to do it. And I want to thank everybody for coming here today to assist me in the last, in the 1000th one. And I suppose people ask me all the time why you do it. And they always say you're as fit as a fiddle and that. But it's a bit more than that. It goes back a long way. I suppose my association with Croagh Patric goes back to when I was a kid, living at home in Kilconnelly, and being able to see Croagh Patric, just the cone over the Patric Mountains. And I would have climbed it a number of times in my youth. And then when I came to work in Castlebar, I bought a house, or I bought a site rather, to build a house. But I bought the site for the view of Croagh Patric, and that was grand. Everything was going fine. And then in the course of my work, I was discovered I had high cholesterol, and I was suggested I should do a lot of exercise. And
certainly did.
I did a bit, but at the same time I had to go on medication. And I started doing it on the 24th of January 1998 was my first time, and I decided to do it because I wanted to do something that would be consistent, they could do all the time, because I used to cycle, and when I stopped cycling I wouldn't do anything for the winter, so I thought it was an opportunity. But it was even a bit more than that, because every time I did it with an intention. Whether it was myself, a family member, a neighbour, or a friend or a work colleague, there was always something to put your mind to dedicate the climb to. And I suppose over the years I found that it was always difficult to do, because you had always three things in mind when you started climbing. You had to have the head right, number one, to do it. The next thing, you had to have the lungs, had to be able to get you breathe, and the legs. And trying to coordinate the three, it sounds awful simple, but every time you do it, there was always one of them that was kind of let you down. Mm-hmm. So I continued like that. And I have to say as well, even before that, on the 15th of August, I think it must be 1980, I was going out with Bernie at the time, and we went to climb the mountain first, and then I brought her home to meet my parents, and thank God that's successful so far. So again, we talk about the intention, we talk about the mindfulness, and the other thing I find about it is when you do start climbing, it's a challenge, no matter how many times you do it. And each time, as I say, you do it for an intention, and each time is different. The landscape is different every time you do it, whether it's rain, hail, snow or sleet or whatever, but it's always different. And it also, I found that while you're at it, you can't be thinking of anything else. So it's good for the mind, and it's mindfulness, and it keeps you focused, because you have to stay focused while you're doing it. And thank God for the many times I've done it, and hopefully many more. So again, I want to thank everybody.
Did you ever fall?
I fell once, yeah. I fell off the flat, would you believe, down about 10 feet. Didn't get hurt that time. And another occasion, I had a Labrador dog that I used to bring, and I lay off the dog once, and up there he decided he saw something down the heather and went. And Con thought he was nearly as fast as him and went after him. And I slipped and went about 20 yards on the ground surface. I was sore for about 2 weeks after, but apart from that...
Has it affected your joints now?
No, I did have a knee problem. I had a slight operation on my knee there about 2 years ago, where I had a meniscus problem. A slight bit of the cartilage was sticking out, so they chopped it off. But apart from that, nothing serious.
Are you spiritual?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say I am, yeah.
So there's a bit of that in it, too.
Don't forget, my knowledge of Croagh Patric is only a drop in the ocean in terms of the history of Croagh Patric. It goes back to 350 AD, when the pagans used to go there. And that started the pilgrim route. And it still goes on, and long may it last, because we're still hoping and live in hope for survival and one thing and another. And it's always good to have something to aim for.
So you never planned 1,000 really, did you?
Never planned it, no.
It just happened?
Oh, it just happened. You just take one at a time.
So you're going to keep going at it?
I'm going to keep at it while I can, yeah.
Well, you must have the leg in today, because the day has cleared up.
The day has
From being horrendous morning, you have a great day, yeah?
This morning, 5 o'clock this morning, there's a raging storm. But again, the gods are on our side.
You're getting your reward.
Absolutely.
Well, the best of luck, guys.
Thank you very much, Alan.